So this is my NXT review of NXT Gold Rush Week 1, which I think was a good one. Some decisions you can say probably are making people angry, but this just shows that what we already know, what they think about certain people. Starting with the elephant in the room, Tatum Paxley is now the has the shortest reign of being an NXT Women's Champion, and we shouldn't be surprised. Like, we should be surprised that she became champion at all. Like, they probably see Tatum as a good hand. They probably saw the internet fan base that she has, and they saw that we should give her a moment. And they gave her that moment, and now they're like, okay, now back to our original plans. I just don't know what the original plans are. Unless you're trying to have Lola Weiss win the NXT Women's Championship, who are you gonna have beat JC Jane? Like, it finally felt like, okay, JC Jane has lost. Probably we'll have JC and the rest of the Fatal Influence move to the main roster. But then, will you move Laney Reed so quick to the main roster? And what about Fallon Henley? Like, the only reason Fallon Henley is now one of the lackeys of Fatal Influence is because Stephanie Vaquer was called too quick, and they were like, let's give JC Jane, who has been here since like 80 since the 1800s, a title. And since then she has been a lackey. Otherwise, if people remember, Fallon Henley was always the main star and always the person that they look towards, and now she's just like another lackey of Fatal Influence. I think the match was fine. That fucking kick by Izzy after Sean Spears and that other big brutes stopped her, and then her fucking discus punch was good too. And this has happened a second time. That first, the so-called person who will turn heel first attacks the heels and then turns against the babyface, because first Izzy Dame attacked Laney. She threw the title in between. JC tried to hit her. I think the ref botched it a little bit. I think he was supposed to like snatch it for her. He wasn't able to, so just JC was just like looking at a fallen down Tatum Paxley for a bit. It's just that, what do you do with JC as NXT Women's Champion? Like, she has had a pretty long enough reign. Like, I think it's time to send her and Fatal Influence to the main roster. Like, give the new women a chance. Like, I get it, you want a heel group there. Maybe people don't want her on the main roster, but like, you need people on SmackDown. Okay, you need people there. You can always have them being like tweeners, so that you already have so many heels there. So, like, do something with it. You also had Joe Henry and Thea Hall facing Chelsea Green and Joe Henry, yeah, facing Chelsea Green and Ethan Page. It was a fine match. It was fun. I think the ending sequence would have been better if it was done in fast motion, if it was done quickly, because the way that the moves were happening, these usually happen when you're doing it from, okay, one move, second move, third move, fourth move, quick. But they did it in like, they took time with it, like 30 seconds this, 1 minute this, and then that, and then they retained the AAA Latino mixed tag belts, whatever they are called. So they retained that. And I don't know what they're going to do with Chelsea Green being the United States Women's Champion as well. You also you had Tavion Heights like hyping up everything. I think the arena, the way it was set up, the lights and everything was very good. It's just that when he finished his speech that John Cena is going to pick the Iron Survivors, the people, participants in the Iron Survivors, because he already knows that Josh Briggs is going to attack him, the way his facial expression went from, it's like he was trying to hold a laugh because he knew what was going to happen. And the way Josh Briggs hit him was so fucking funny because it was so fast. And then they had a brawl and everything. You also had, a great segment with Oba Femi and Rick Williams, where Oba was like reminding Ricky that, daddy's home, and that, you know, I'm back from my homeland and I'm gonna take back that title. And Ricky was, sitting there like a Dumbo listening to him, insulting him, and then was like, "You want a shot? You got it." And then you had Rick Williams, his loser ass, show up, and he was like, "Hey, it ain't over till I win." And then, oh, yeah, and then Miles Bourne attacks him, and then I don't want to reenact him, but he was funny because okay, he cannot hear, but you need to land the delivery well on your lines. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. So he's saying that he's going to be the Iron Survivor, and then he's going to see one of Rick or Ricky at New Year's Evil. I think it's going to be Ricky, because why will Oba win the title back? The way Ricky won against Rick Williams, it kind of like showed that you know Ricky Saints is the new face of NXT for now. It will be it will be very funny and very Shawn Michaels like if you just have Oba Femi win the title back now. Apart from that, you had Blake Monroe versus Sol Ruka, which was more an angle than a match, because in the end you had Blake stretching her out, pause, and Zarya doing her best, like, oh, where is the towel, where is the towel, and then throwing the towel in, because she was saying Soul Ruka in pain. And I hope finally they do the breakup, because this shit has been going on for way too long. This was done as a stopgap measure because they changed their plans, and Zarya went into a tag team with no tag team belts. But please do the turn quick. Have Zarya turn on Soul Ruka. Please do it quick. You had Blake Monroe retain the title, and she was evil first, and then she like, and everything. Did something else happen on the show? Yes, Javon Evans and Leon Slater. First, Javon Evans lost on Raw, and then he lost here too. They lost to Dark State. I think it was a fine match. Dark State retained the NXT Tag Team Championships. I do want to see, is this over now, or they're gonna have a run at the TNA Tag Team Championships too. Let's see what happens. uh, let's see what happens with that. So I think I will overall say it was a fine show. It was a fine show. I think this it was surprising. I think the setup was good, the matches were fine. I think there was nothing clearly bad happening. The atmosphere was great as well, the way people were like doing this when Oba was speaking with their yellow somethings. So yeah, good show. I don't know what to give it. Maybe a 3.5, maybe a 4 out of 5. So what do you think about the show? Tell me in the comment section. If you like this type of content, like this video. If you don't, then share it with those who do. My social media accounts, Twitter, my Twitter/X account, and my Instagram account, links are in the description, so go follow me on that. My UPI ID, which is sharpboy@OKICICI, is also in the description. So go donate any amount of money which can help me make YouTube a permanent career option. So that was it for me for today. So thank you. Goodbye. Alvida.